As crazy as it sounds, I went from $17 in the bank to over $250,000 in sales from digital marketing without racking up millions of views or spending money on ads. To help you understand this, imagine you are a pizza chef and you spent years perfecting your pizza recipe. You open up a shop and stand out in the front giving out free samples. And everyone says, wow, this is amazing. But when you offer them the full pizza, they walk away. You're confused because you know that your pizza is outstanding, so why isn't anyone biting on the full offer? In digital marketing, this is exactly what's happening with a lot of business owners. You're doing many things right, like perfecting your offer, creating web pages, and offering lead magnets, but all that effort isn't leading to a lot of customers. Why? The problem isn't with your product or that you don't have a big enough audience. It's with how you're presenting yourself, your product, and how well you move people into action. So let's break down the 3 common digital marketing mistakes and how you can fill in the gaps. Mistake number 1, you are neglecting real trust and connection. These days, anyone can use tools like ChatGPT to make them sound like an expert on any topic, but without real stories that come from experiences, you wouldn't be able to see the true impact or power behind that knowledge when it's applied. The same goes for digital marketing. Returning to the pizza analogy, when he was standing outside his shop, he may have been focusing his marketing solely on the ingredients or the deals that he's offering, but he missed the opportunity to really connect with people. What if instead he shared his story about his passion for pizza and how that began when he was a child making homemade pizzas with his grandma in her kitchen in Italy? Maybe his grandma taught him that pizza wasn't just food, it was a way to bring people together and to create lasting memories. When people hear a story like that, it builds connection and they're much more likely to choose him over any other pizza shop, and also to keep coming back and to send referrals because now they feel connected to his journey and his passion. Passionate stories are what create raving fans. And many people overlook their stories in their digital marketing material because they feel it's just my ordinary life. And I get it. For a long time, I didn't realize how powerful my own stories could be either. Here's what helped me, and you can do this too. I sat down with a piece of paper and wrote out stories from my own journey that could inspire others and build real trust. I then started incorporating those stories in my digital marketing content. So some stories that I dug up for myself were how I went from having 17 in the bank to moving across the country from Indiana to San Diego with financial independence, how in high school I went through a real life Mean Girls experience, and how I went from not being able to carry out a basic conversation because I had major social anxiety to leading communities and speaking on stages. Also, how I sold my blood plasma and I was an MRI test subject so that I could afford Tony Robbins' $10,000 business mastery program. I was also fired from Panera, and that drove me to start my brand in my college dorm room. I went from self-doubt to being hired by YouTubers with over 1 million subscribers, and having big brands like Kajabi reach out to me to collaborate. Do you see how these stories allow you to witness the transformation that my knowledge has the power to create? Imagine if you did this too for your audience. So I challenge you all to do the same. Write down all the stories that shaped who you are today and that helped you to become the expert in your field. And don't just keep them hidden. Share them in your digital marketing material. Leave a comment down below letting me know at least one story that you're willing to share. This is your opportunity to take action now and to be seen. Moving on to mistake number 2, you're not effectively communicating the value of your product and how you stand out. Many digital marketers fall into the trap of presenting their content purely in left brain mode, focusing on facts and detailed steps, almost like a college lecture. While your audience hears what you're saying, they're not truly absorbing or acting on it. And when that happens, people won't experience any true value and they'll click away, never becoming a customer. Imagine the pizza chef trying to draw people into his restaurant by explaining every detail of the pizza making process. Those potential customers aren't interested in the steps. They're interested in the final product, the taste, satisfaction, and the experience. The core mistake here is that when you communicate your product's value, you're emphasizing the how instead of the why. So you're presenting the facts and the steps over the transformation and the return on investment that your audience truly is desiring. This is also where differentiators come into play. People choose businesses for specific reasons, whether it's low price, high quality, speed, a unique experience. Likewise, your audience will choose you based on your distinct value that you offer. And the clearer you are about what sets you apart, the more likely people are going to see the return on investment and take action with you. So take a moment now to brainstorm. What are the unique qualities that set you apart? Feel free to drop your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear what makes you stand out. And remember that when you are communicating it, it's essential to paint that clear picture of how your product or service will take them from where they are now to where they want to go. Now that we talked about the importance of differentiators and also communicating the transformation, let's look at how you can make your content itself stand out. One way to do that is by actively involving your audience and getting them to actually implement what you're teaching. Earlier, for example, I had you write down your own personal stories and I encouraged you to share them in the comments. Co-creating with your audience is another key element. This is when you involve your audience through polls, surveys, and you allow them to guide you in understanding their needs. In fact, I have a survey in the description down below asking how I can better help you implement these digital marketing strategies. One thing that I already offer is free live YouTube channel and website review sessions twice a month, where I dive deep into your content and your digital marketing strategy to show you exactly what adjustments can help you to attract more clients and help you meet your revenue goals. There are only 3 spots left for the next session, so don't wait. Click the link in the description to grab your spot now. That leads me to mistake number 3. You're not moving people from curiosity to commitment. When I first started my digital marketing journey, I would spend far too much time trying to convince potential clients why they should work with me, or even try to convince them to believe in themselves enough to follow through. But here's what I learned. The best clients I've ever worked with were already sold on my product. They saw me as the right guide, and they already felt confident that they could succeed. At that point, moving them from curiosity to commitment didn't require giving them more confidence or convincing. Your digital marketing should have already done that by this point. So what it does require is 2 things. First, making yourself available for any specific questions that they may want to know privately, whether it's through Zoom, email, or DMs. So no, the YouTube comments do not achieve this, but this needs to be in a one-on-one setting, especially for high-ticket products, because people often have questions about how your offer applies to their unique situation, so you want to make yourself available. And second, it's sometimes about helping them get resourceful. So I've often inspired clients with stories of how, again, I once found a way to invest $10,000 in Tony Robbins Business Mastery while I was a broke college student, and I did crazy things like sell my blood plasma. So while I don't recommend necessarily going to those extremes, it helps people to think creatively and to realize that they too can find a way to start their businesses. And there are plenty of business financing resources out there to make that investment possible, so you just want to help people to get resourceful. And that's the ultimate goal that I'm helping you to do, turning that curiosity from potential clients into confidence and commitment. Imagine having the clarity to know exactly how to attract the right clients with the right strategies for your situation that leads to consistent sales for your business. And in my YouTube Business Accelerator, we don't just focus on the steps. My team and I laser focus on helping you get to your destination, a business that attracts the right clients, generates predictable high income, and gives you the freedom to live the life of your dreams. We work with you every step of the way, whether it's through personalized coaching, group mentorship, or any of our done-for-you services. We take the guesswork out of the process so that you can focus on achieving your ultimate goals. So when you schedule your free 30-minute growth session, together we will create a customized plan that gets you to the destination you've been dreaming of. You can read on that page down below stories of how my clients have used our guidance to earn multiple 5 figures in just a few weeks and to maintain consistent leads and sales through YouTube, all while staying true to their values. Once you schedule that call, you can check out this next video all about 3 secrets to content creation that will allow you to get paid while being completely yourself.